Hi, welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to do reaching, we're going to do lifting, and we're going to get into our hips and our back without twisting. But we are going to move our body, but in the direction opposite of the twist. So you'll see what I mean as we get going. We're going to start standing up and our legs shoulder width apart, our head over our tailbone, our ear, shoulder, hip in alignment. Breathe it up 3 times. Let's just get ourselves really nourished. 2 more, and last time. And to start, I want to reach and reach. You can bend your knee as you come up. Nice. We're going to get out of those hips, reaching long through the erector spinae and the shoulders and serratus anterior. Good job. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to hold those arms up. Just rotate slightly as if you're going toward 1 o'clock, but not all the way. And reach for 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Bring it back to center. Over toward 11 o'clock and 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping that bottom 6 parallel to the front, 7 and 8. Now bring your hands to the center and collapse them. You can do your pointed fingers or not. I'm going to reach straight up. I want your arms slightly in front of your ears. You're going to reach straight up, and now I'd like you to straighten your legs out as you come up. Reach up, take a big inhale and exhale, and reach up, and then draw the shoulder blades down, and then push it up 1 more time. Good. Now we're going to go to the first side. So lower those arms, inhale, lower the knees, and exhale over to one side. And we're going to hold this as we breathe. Nice deep breaths. Keep your head over your tailbone. It's easy to pitch forward. It's easy to roll that outside arm forward. So let's keep it nice and long. Breathe into it. Good job. And then inhale and exhale back to center, and then over to the other side. So drop the arms and the knees a little bit, and then bring it up and over. Good. And reach through. Really feel that stretch. And then bring it back to center. This is where the switch comes in. Bring those legs together, cross one leg over the other, right? And then we're going to stretch to the opposite side, to the leg that's in the back. And then you get that little hip stretch. Also a little balance, so you want to grip that. And then back to the center, and then over to the other side, and we get more hip stretch. Good. Lift yourself up through, really push your feet through the floor. And then back to the center, put the feet parallel, cross them the other way. Go again toward the back leg, a big inhale and exhale, take it over. Nice. And then back to the center, and then over to the other side. Nice. And then back to the center. Let's bring those arms down and parallel our feet and roll the shoulders back 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll bring those arms back together. Now a little farther in front, not as close to your ears, like right out of your eyes. And then I want you to come into your chair right here. Sit in that chair. All right, so it's a halfway squat. So taking it back, make sure you have that long line from your head to your tailbone, right? And hold that right here. Nice, feel the stretch. Beautiful. Bring yourself back up. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to switch, cross the leg over, and then come down. And you can feel what a different activation engagement here. Now make sure your eyes follow the stretch. Not keep pushing your head back on your neck, right? And then bring it up and then over to the other side. Cross it over and sit down into that chair. We're not going too far down. Nice. Ooh. And inhale and exhale and bring it up and bring those arms out. Good. Soften your knees. You're going to bring the arms down and reach. 2, 3, reach out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn them backwards, move them toward the back, and hold them there. You can stay in that soft knee. Keep your head over your tailbone. As you hold them with their palms toward the back, you're going to rotate to that 1 o'clock again and hold it right there. Feel that extension. It's such an interesting concept that these small moves, these small directions, and then back to the center make such a difference in the stretch. And then over to the 11 o'clock. Keep your wrists long, your fingers wide. Keep your head looking in the direction of the stretch. And then come back to the center and let the arms drop and lift. Drop and lift. We're going to do 8 of these. 3. Nice. 4. 5. Let go. 6. You've got it. 7. Reach up. And 8. And reach. All right. Let it come down. All right. Coming to the center. You're going to take the chest over to one side. Reach the arm out and hold. Take a nice deep breath. You are pushing into the knee of the extended arm. Good. Nice. And then bring it back in. Now we're going to do the opposite of what we did before. Instead of closing the hip, we're going to take the hip out and then stretch. So you feel this coming through and hold it right there. And then lift it up. Here we go. So we got that little like disco moment. There we go. And bring that arm down, bring those feet back to parallel. And we're going to put our hand on our hips again. Take our chest to the other side, reach out and just hold. There we go. A little bend in that knee on that side. Get your head over your tailbone, don't pitch forward. And then come back in. We're going to take the foot out and bring it up. Reach. Keeping the feet facing forward. Don't let it turn out, right? Bring it facing forward. And then up. There we go. A little bit more into the knee. And then bring it back to center and back to parallel. You're going to take the chest side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now rotation to that halfway to the 1 o'clock. Same thing, 1, 2. Now because it's different execution, you feel a different engagement. 5, 6, 7, and 8 to the center, and then slightly over to the other side. Looking ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull that belly in to get a lot of distance. 7 and 8. Nice job. Now we're going to put our hands on our glutes on the top of our hips right here, and then just push. You're not taking the shoulders back, right? You're just pushing the chest out, right? And holding it right there. Don't let those arms wing. Just push that chest out. Good. And then pull the belly button to the spine and give that, come into that open back. Right? And then push that chest out. And then open up that back. Make sure you do that big breathing. And again. And here. Nice job. We're going to go down the side. So now we're hip width apart. We're going to slide your arm down the side, bring the other arm over the top, and we're going to take it, instead of right over the ear, we're going to take it forward. So like I said, we're switching out parts of these stretches, right? So you can feel that shoulder blade. The thumb is toward the ceiling, the palm is toward the wall. You're not hard in the knees at all. Good. And then bring it up and down, other side. Slide, arm comes out to the front. Nice. I'm rotating a little too far forward. All right, bring it up and down. Nice job. Now open up just a little bit more, soften those knees. We're going to bring the hips to rib cage. It's one we're familiar with. So up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now take one foot out onto your toes. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to learn a lot about our bodies today. 6, 7, and 8. Push off and bring it back in. Take the other one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's harder. 6 because of my wacky hip. 7 and 8. Push it off and bring it back in. Slide your hands down to your thighs. All right, we're going to neutral back. Right here. Drop your shoulders. Shoulders. Right here. You're going to hold that back right there. I want you to put your head all the way out. Good. And then release your arms. That's going to make it feel a lot less stiff. And then push the arms down and reaching. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. And then curl up and flatten. Inhale, exhale, and flatten. Inhale, exhale. Don't let those shoulders go toward the ears. We got 5 more. Inhale, exhale, and flatten. Inhale, exhale, and flatten. Inhale, exhale. Last 2, 2, and 1. And then if you can, bring yourself all the way down to your feet. Right here. We're just going to hold this stretch. You can do it with bent legs or with long legs. The long legs, of course, get a lot of emphasis on the hamstrings. The bent leg, the emphasis stays pretty much in the hips, back, and glutes. Nice. Just hold it right there. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Walk one hand forward. Just walk it forward. Try to plant that hand into the carpet or into the mat. Really push down. Wide fingers. Feel that stretch? So many ways to stretch the shoulders besides rotating them, right? Keeping the other hand on the floor, take the other leg back. So we're separating the legs into a straddle. And we have the arms in a straddle. You can have a little bit of bend here. Your heel does not have to go down. It's just an attempt to go down. Right, big long stretch. Push off that back and bring it together. Bring those hands back to parallel. Take the other one all the way out. Feel the reach through the back. And again, do what you can with your legs. Yep. Then plant both hands down. Take the other leg back, and we have a double straddle. A little too far. There we go. Good. Push off the back. Bring those legs together, and then fold forward. Bring your hands behind your legs. Nice. Nice job. Now you're going to release, and we're going to rotate our chest over the right leg. Don't let any part of the lower body move. You're just lowering that chest over the right leg and holding it there. Now our switch out is going to be to take the left leg out onto its toe. It's still parallel. You've opened out into a half straddle, and you're lowering down to that thigh. And feel the intensity behind the knee. Push off and bring it back in. Bring it back to center. Bring yourself over your left thigh. Reaching down as far as you can. If you're putting your hands on your shins, that's what you're doing. That's fine. And hold it right there. Then take that right leg out into that parallel point. And keep that bend going. So these are our switch ups, these little step outs. So it's stretch, switch, stretch. Nice. And then bring it back to center. I'd like you to sit into your squat right here. Just sit into it. looking down, dropping your shoulder blades, having a nice long line from your head to your tailbone. And we're going to alternate heel lifts. So up, 2, 3, 4. So it's static and dynamic. 5, right? 6, 7, and 8, both sides. Now bring the arms out in front of your ears and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now the arms behind you and lower the hands below the tailbone. 2, 3. So you're pulling the shoulders down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hands back to the floor. Push back up into long legs, bringing that chest down into the front of your thighs. And just hold it there. I want you to feel the melty gravity thing right now. Right? Breathe into it. And breathe. Beautiful. Just let everything open. I know this feels like a long time, but so much happens as you stay here. You might not feel it right away, and then over the course of time, you can feel it start to release. All right, walk those hands forward a little bit. Nice. You're going to walk one leg back and bring it to the floor. You're going to bring the other leg up and create that low lunge. Our favorite. Looking straight ahead, head over tailbone, belly button to the spine, shoulder blades down, and you're holding it right there. Nice. I have to straighten my foot out and back. Just holding this, our switch out. We're going to come back. This is my left leg. I'm going to take it to the left. So it's coming out of my left shoulder, but I'm moving my hip forward to the center. Beautiful. Now, in this position, you're going to walk your chest and elbows down to the floor. Nice. Opening up the inner thigh and the groin muscle. Put your hands flat on the floor and walk yourself back up. Bring that leg back to center and then come to a high kneel. Take the other one out and we start with that low lunge. Beautiful. Legs are parallel, they're moving forward. Good job. Bring it back in, take it out to the right, and you push forward, not toward the leg. Push forward, so you're creating an extension from that other groin over to the center. Nice. And now we take those elbows down to the floor. And that's our switch. I actually like this feeling so much because it's a new feeling. So I don't want to come out of it, but I guess I have to. Flat hands to the center. Bring your knees into tabletop. And you're going to inhale and exhale your tabletop and cat-cow. Arch. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, bring it up to arch. The shoulder blades go together and they come apart, but they don't go to your ears. Even though your head goes back, you're trying to keep them in position. 4 more. 4. These aren't slow ones. They're kind of arts dynamic. 3. Good job. 2. Perfect. And 1. Good job. Now you're going to take your heel forward and then bring yourself up to high kneel. You're having it come straight out of your, put my leg back where it belongs, straight out of your, head over tailbone. Great job. We're going to bring our chest down inside of that leg. Fingertips on the floor, nice and open. We're not falling back on the other leg at all. And then bring yourself up. Now it's going to take a little balance to take it out to the side. This is going to be my left side. Lift it up and push into that heel. You're going to push back instead of forward this time. Okay. Feeling that lift. Drop those shoulder blades, looking straight ahead. Finding your alignment the whole time, and then bring it down onto your fingertips. I love what it's doing to my hamstring. Now here, let your left hand rest a little bit, and your right arm is going to open up right here and look up to it. Give it a nice opening. Bringing that hand down, you're sliding the knees back, and you're back at tabletop. And you're going to circle your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else stays nice and steady. 6, 7, and 8. All right, the other one is up. And make sure it's out of your hip, not off to the side. Get your nice lift through here. Drop your shoulder blades, head over tailbone. Nice. And then let's bring that chest down inside the leg. And then curl yourself up. Now you're taking it out to the right or whatever side you're on. Lift it up. You're sitting behind it, right? You're not pushing forward, you're sitting behind it. But you're not collapsing. It's just a direction, right? It's not a movement. Nice. And then bring it down. Good. As far as you can, whatever works for you. While you're in this position, bring the self back to tabletop. Reach your hands forward and sit back into a parallel child's pose. Right here. Good. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Breathing. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, okay? Thank you. Oh, I forgot to do that open, that little simple stretch to the other side. I'll get it. All right. So walk your hands to the right edge of your mat and just stretch that upper body. Now you're going to come up onto your elbows, drive your left leg out into diagonal, and then sit back into child pose again. Just gonna grab my toes. And then bring yourself up, back to tabletop. Now we're going to do that simple lift to the other side that we didn't do. So open up to the other side. Just rotating. Great. Breathe into it. Bring it back down. Reach the arms forward again. Sit back. Again, we're parallel. Let everything just kind of go toward the floor and reach away from you. All right, we're taking it over to the other side and over to the left, keeping the bottom parallel. Centered. And then you're bringing yourself up, extending the right leg, and coming back into that. Now, it's very possible that your knees are not going to be able to do any of this or some of this. So just do what you can. Open up your knees if you need to. That sometimes helps to put your feet together and your knees apart. Good. And then come back to it. Beautiful. And then come back to the center and back to tabletop. I love that. Now, we are going to put our toes together and knees apart, and we're going to reach the right arm forward and sit back. So we have a straddled upper body and a butterfly lower body. Slide the arm in, bring yourself back up, reach the other arm out, and sit back. staggered upper body. Sorry, not straddled, staggered upper body. Nice. Keeping those legs together, I want you to reach your arms forward, or keeping those legs apart, and then lower your chest to the floor. Beautiful job. And then come back to tabletop, parallel those legs. Good. And then we're going to reach our body forward, lowering it down, pointing your feet behind you. And the camera. Okay. Putting the feet behind you. Elbows are by your waist. Your hands are under your shoulders. We're going to bring it up into a cobra stretch. So pulling that belly in first. You're not even breathing, you're not breathing. I mean, you're not doing any big movement. You're just finding that protection for your back. All right, so pulling that belly in first, you inhale and exhale and bring it up to your long arm cobra. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Look ahead, get your head off your neck. And hold it right there. Beautiful. Drop your shoulders. Inhale and exhale and lower. Now I'd like you to take the right ankle over the left ankle. Right here, and we're going to do cobra again. See how that bottom movement impacts the rest of our body. So big inhale and exhale and lift. And you can feel that changing in your back and your hips. Good. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Parallel those feet, then take it the ankle over the other side, keeping the leg long. It's not just an ankle curl, right? Good job. Pulling that belly in. Big inhale and exhale, lift. Drop the shoulders, look ahead, take your head off your neck. Good. And big inhale and exhale, lower. I want you to reach your hands to your right hand corner, your left hand corner, I guess. Roll onto your side. Let those hands stack. Then reach those feet to that same corner so that you create a banana shape right here. Have your legs parallel to begin. Right here. Breathe into it. Then bring your leg up. It's going to rotate toward your face and do a nice long stretch in this curved position. Breathe into it. Good job. Keeping that bottom leg nice and pointed. You're doing great. Now, if you can reach your foot, you're going to flex it. If you can't reach it, just hold your leg and flex that foot and hold it right there. Don't roll back off your side, right? We're not rolling backwards onto our glute. We're keeping this side banana stretch. This is usually something we do long down the body. And so is this. And we're going to bring this down and push into it. Beautiful. Then you're going to curl that other leg under. You're going to push it off the floor. If you can, bring that leg over the other leg in this kind of half lotus position. Get your head over your tailbone, drop your shoulder blades. Nice. And feel everything in our hip. Now put your hands beside your hips, and then lower your chest toward your legs. I have a lot less flexibility today than usual. I did a lot of walking and I thought were the right shoes, but after 2 or 3 hours, they were the wrong shoes. And then my hips hurt for the rest of the night. Good. And then pull up on that big inhale and exhale and stack. Let's do the banana to the other side. All right. So we're going to reach up to the top with our hands stacking, then our legs. There we go. Beautiful. Just breathe into it. And then let's take it up. Hold. And then bring it down to a flat foot, facing the front, pushing into that thigh. Just dig in these moves. Tuck the extended foot under, bring the other foot up, center yourself as much as you can. Put your hands beside your hips, and then let's do the fold. Now you just go as far as you can go. This is a it looks simple, but it's a very deep engagement because of the position of our bodies. If you can't do this, of course, our default position is always butterfly. So your other option is here. You have all the options you want, but that's an option to get the similar body parts, right? Great. And then inhale, exhale, bring yourself up, and we're going to put ourselves all the way down the mat. Rolling, lifting our body and extending it all the way down the mat. Flex your feet at the bottom here. Good. Forgot to flex on the other side. I'm forgetting one part of everything. Flex your feet at the bottom here. I want you to put your toes together and your heels apart. Put your arms out to the side. All right, put your toes together and your heels apart. You can feel the calf expressing itself. And then put your heels together and your toes apart. It'll turn out here. We rarely do this on the floor, right? And I want us to take the flexed feet, crossing one leg on top of the other, so that the feet are side by side. And push through those heels. In that position, put your hands beside your hips. In that flexed position, I want you to lift them all the way to the top and hold it there. And you're going to feel an activation shoot up through the legs. Point those legs, lower them down, separate them. Take a nice deep breath, flex them again, and cross the other way. All right, let's take them all the way up. Hold it there. And lower them down and bring them to a parallel. They're still flexed. All right, you're coming up onto your hands and you're going to lift yourself into a plank, a reverse plank. It's not going to be a long hold. This is more of a stretch than a hold. So keep those feet flexed, lift yourself up, keeping your head nice and strong. You don't have to drop it or push it up. It stays over the tailbone. That nice strong lift. Now I want you to take the feet into a turnout right here. That hurts your knees, just keep them parallel. I know that that's a tough rotation. Then bring them back to center, point them. Bring them back to flex and lower your glutes and lower yourself all the way down. Bring your knee into your chest, flexing the other leg. And breathe. Let everything release. Now you're going to release your hand off there and you're going to take that circle. A little bit of our dynamic in here. 3, 4, 5. Put that belly in. 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you're going to rotate the foot toward the other side, curl yourself up. This may be impossible for you, and just stay in those rotations if it is. So your leg is coming across, you're in your curl up, looking down toward your foot. Nice. Then bring it back to center and lower that leg. We're going to put the other foot down and we're going to bridge up. Nice. Breathe into it. Start at the heart, lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoot the opposite leg out onto a flex. Bring the second leg in for a nice squeeze. Get the separation between both legs this way. This feels really awesome and great. Breathe into it. Of course, we're always pulling that belly button to our spine, nodding our chin down, dropping our shoulder blades. Take it out, rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to curl up, bring it towards you, and looking through toward your flexed foot. You're going to get that nice long stretch. Release it back down. Put your hands beside your waist. Bring yourself up and come into your straddle. Nice. Head over tailbone, belly button to the spine. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to reach with our chest first. And then release and reach again. Pulling up and out, you're not pushing out. I'll show you from this side. Up and out. Not pushing, just up and out. Good. Last one. Okay, rotate that chest toward your thigh. We're going to walk it down. Try to get your elbows parallel on the floor. Now, you're going to let that foot drop out. If it's the right leg, out to the right side. If it's left, out to the left side. Don't let the other one move, just this one. And then put your hands inside that straddle. See that feeling? That's a great feeling, right? You're saying great, really almost great. And now straighten that leg back out as you bring your chest to the center. Inhale and exhale, lowering your chest to the floor, and then walk it back in to lift it. Good. Rotate the chest toward the other side. Bring it down, trying to get the arms parallel. The other leg is trying to stay up. Now drop that foot out and bring those hands inside the leg. That one's not dropping out very far. Just human. Straighten it out as you bring yourself back to center. Fold those arms, flatten those hands, and lower that chest. Rather than reaching with the arms, right? Then push through it along. Beautiful. Walking the hands in like little foots. One at a time. I say foots on purpose. Yep. And bring one leg in. You're going to turn toward the leg that's bent and walk out again. Now, I want you to reach not the leg that corresponds, or not the hand that corresponds with that leg, but the opposite arm, all the way across, curling in front of the arm of the same leg. So your outside arm is reaching across the top of your inside arm. Now, with that arm stretched, I want you to try to bend that elbow. Try to bend that elbow to the floor. And then extend it again. Then walk them in with yourself. Still rotated toward that knee. Put the hand beside the hip, and you're going to come up into our nice long side stretch. Good. Sweep the arm down, lower down. Bring yourself back to center. Rotate toward that leg, slide down, and then turn to the outside for rotation. And inhale and exhale, and let's do the others. Great. So rotating toward that knee, walking it forward, and landing. There we go. Feeling that stretch across the hip line of the body. Now you're going to take that other arm and take it across the top of the bent arm. Keep breathing. Then try to drop the elbow to the floor for more shoulder stretch. Bring it all back in. Nice. Lift yourself up, hand beside the hip. Are we going up? Yes, we are. Nice long lift. And you're coming down chest first to the other leg, and then rotating out to the side. There we go. My knee just decided to not want to bend. Try to get as open as you can in the side bend. Then bring yourself up to center, and we are at butterfly. We're going to put our hands on our ankles and lift our body up out of our seat. Now I'm going to rotate to the side while we do this so it doesn't cause alarm on YouTube. We're going to lift ourselves up, and then we're going to bring it in and out. 2, 3, flapping our butterfly wings. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Great job. Extend those legs into a forward fold flex. Nice. And lift yourself out of your tailbone. Hands are at your side, sliding down as you lower your chest to your thumbs. Roll yourself up, put your toes together and your heels apart. You lift all the way up, and then slide down again. You may not get as far. What happened with this is we disengaged some of the flexibility behind our knees. So when we're coming down, there isn't as much ability to flex downward. And then bring yourself up. Let's tuck those legs under. We're going to do some downward facing dog work before we leave. So let's start with our downward facing dog. You push your chest toward your thigh, you're lifting through your glutes, you're pushing your heel down as much as you can. Your hands are pushing into the floor. I like open fingers because they release the shoulders and the wrists. So hold that there. So 8 and knee down and extend. 7, 6. So we're about hip width apart, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it down there on 1. Try to push your heels to the floor as much as you can. Let's get some ankle and calf love, right? And then bring it back up. You're going to cross your left leg over your right. Bring your chest toward your thigh. Hold it. Make sure your arms are pushing evenly into the mat. Separate those legs again and then switch to the other side. Make the feet as parallel as possible so when you cross it over, the toes are facing the same direction toward the front. Bring it back to parallel, cross again, and then we're going to do the knee bend. 1, only for 4, 2, 3, push through, and 4. Make them parallel, other side. 1, 2, don't lose your position. 3, and 4, and then bring them side by side, pushing back with your chest. Nice. Walk your hands in. And just hang there. Let gravity be your workout partner right now. I want you to make your legs a lot wider. Right here. Widen them out. And then sit behind those knees. Nice. Put your hands on your thighs. Push all the way up to the top. All right, let's look ahead. Let's look ahead. All right, here we are. We're going to roll our shoulders back again because we just relied on them for a lot of the activity. So soften your knees, roll back for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I want you to switch your arms in front of you. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And then take it to the one side. Just for 4, 3, and 4. Get your head over your tailbone. 1, talking to me. 2, 3, and 4 to the center. Push it back and out. Back to the mid. Back to the top. Back to the top. Back up the shoulders. Back up the waist. Waist, shoulders, eyes. Eyes, shoulders, and waist. And just shake it out here. Kick it out here. Nice. And then we're going to go to washing machine. There we go. 8, 7, head over tailbone. 6, nice. 5, 4, you're doing great. 3, 2, and 1, and let yourself come to rest. All right, let's breathe it up 3 times. Take it up, down, 2 more up, and down. Last time up and down. Thank you everybody for coming to stretch, switch, and stretch.